guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite vegan friend, Cece Marie, guys. That is me, guys. So happy wedding week. It's another day of wedding week, and so today, guys, I want to do a Q&A because you guys had some questions that you was asking me, and so I wanted to try to answer them as best as I can and as quickly as I can. So this is not a two-part video. So let's get started, guys. So if you guys know, watch my other videos, I recently got married this year in August 8th. And one of the first questions I believe I got was August 8th a special day, or why did you pick your wedding day, or how did you pick your wedding day? And honestly, I'm gonna be frank with you guys. As I mentioned in my other videos, August 8th, 8/8 holds no special day for me and my husband. Like, it's not a special day. It's not the day that we met. It's not the day that he proposed. He actually proposed on our 3rd anniversary last year, which was in February, and I didn't want a winter wedding, so that's why we didn't choose February to get married in. So yeah. And also, the reason why we chose 8/8, because I just wanted an easy, honestly, guys, I'm gonna be frank, I just wanted an easy anniversary date to remember. 8/8 just seemed very easy, very like you can't forget it. It's 8th of August. August is the 8th month. 8/8. Easy day, easy anniversary. Like, I just wanted something easy to remember because I have too many numbers in my head and too many dates to remember, and like, I just didn't want to come back and bite me in the butt, but also with him, because my husband is sometimes a little forgetful. So I was just trying to make it easy for both of us. And he was totally fine with that. I just wanted 8/8. I just thought it was a cool day and anniversary. So I was like, sure, let's do 8/8. Cool, fine, great. So yeah, 8/8. Easy anniversary date. That was the reason why we chose it. No, it holds no significance to either of us. Another question what I got for our wedding was, did I do a whole lot of DIY projects for my wedding? And the answer is yes. I did a fair, reasonable amount. Let me just say that first. There were some things that I did buy. There were some things that I did rent. And one of the things that I wound up DIYing was these centerpieces for our table, for our cocktail table. Literally just a jar and some like dry florals. Easy peasy, nothing hard. Another thing that I DIY was this basket. If you guys can see. Literally some fake florals, some dry florals, and some just, yeah, easy peasy in a basket. Like, I will post the links to some of these things, but very easy. This is what it looks like on our wedding day in the front. It was for our arch in the front, and then it was also for our sweetheart table, and I just wanted just a pop of color. Nothing hard, nothing remotely complicated. Another project that we also did was this ring box. It has our initials on it. So this one is mine, and then my husband has his other one, which has a J on it. And then so this was his small project because I wanted ring boxes, but I didn't really know what to get. I didn't want to buy any, and I didn't want like a basket or anything because the girls had baskets for their flowers. So I wanted something that our ring bearers could carry down the aisle, but that could also lock, just in case if they tripped or fell or whatever, it wouldn't like fall out of the box. So he literally just stained this, and then he just painted the letter on it, and then I just put like some moss stuff inside. Literally like maybe $5 altogether. I already had the moss at my house, and you know, so all we had to do was buy the box, the stain, and the gold paint. Literally like so easy. So another DIY project that I did, which I'm very proud of myself, guys, I made my own bouquet. And I love the way my bouquet came out. I was looking for like bouquets that were like very boho theme. And I wanted something that was dry floral. One of the other questions that I got was that I used a lot of dry flowers, real flowers, or faux flowers, and I did a mixture of faux and dry flowers because, let's just be honest, guys, real flowers cost too much money to be spending for one day. And that's just me personally. I like the look of them, but I don't like the price of them. And that's just me personally. So I just did not want to spend that much money for real flowers for one day. Like, it just, for me, it just didn't make sense, and it just wasn't making sense for our budget for our wedding. So this is the bouquet that I made. And then I also wanted to make like a macrame bouquet wrap, or I wanted to buy one, but honey, when I saw the prices of those bouquet wraps, I was like, nah, can't do it. Like, it just, to me personally, I just couldn't spend the money on it, because I'm just like, I'd rather just make it if I can. No offense to anyone that's making bouquet wraps, or that's their business. Like, if that's your talent to make them, you charge what you're worth. But I just couldn't spend it, because again, I was working on a budget, and that just wasn't in my budget to be spending that kind of money, because I wanted to focus. So that's another question. But anyway, so this is the bouquet wrap that I did. I literally just wrapped some like pink fabric around the bottom of the flower, the bouquet, and then I just made this. Like, I made this on YouTube, so I can put the link down below of what that looks like, the link or the tutorial that I follow. But literally, this was $10. $10 versus like 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 something dollars for bouquet wrap. I just made that on my own, and it literally just took a day. It was very easy, very simple. So yeah, so those are some of the DIY projects that I did. I literally bought this macrame, I don't know what you call it, curtain wall backdrop, off of Amazon. I bought this gold rod backdrop from Amazon for our sweetheart table. So there are definitely ways to make your wedding a little bit more reasonably priced, especially with decor stuff. I made this sign for our wedding on a computer, like our welcome sign, and then I just got it printed off at FedEx. There are a lot of ways to make things easier. So yeah, so we did a lot of DIY projects. Another question was about our favors. So for our favors, we did bath soap, because we are bath salt, because we like bath salts, and that's what me and my husband do to relax. And so we made those, and we DIY them, and we had them on the table, and people love them. So yeah, different tons of ways to do a lot of DIY projects. Another question what I got was, how organized was I for our wedding? That was pretty organized. I think I started planning like maybe a month after we got engaged. So I want to show you guys this. So this is my wedding book. I meant to put like a nice picture here, or engagement picture, but I totally forgot. I was in the middle of planning everything. And so I literally had like a checklist of everything. I had like our contracts with our vendors in place, so that way I could just have everything in front of me and I'm not looking at everything on a computer. I had like my inspiration, so this was like my inspiration board with all my colors. And so yeah, so I had like an inspiration board to figure out what I wanted. I had like ideas of what I wanted for our ceremony, which was like the forest theme, which I totally got for our wedding. Another one is like my just wedding inspirations. Like, you know, I had like ceremony inspirations of like just the flowers and the dry flowers and the rugs, which I totally got for our wedding, which I totally love. And I know I'm saying totally a lot, so sorry guys. So yeah, so I put a lot of things in books just so I can have like reference and things to go back to, and that way when I'm talking to my wedding planner, like I have like actual things to show her of like what I want. I felt like for me that was helpful. Like I had ideas for my bridesmaids. I really like obviously the different colors and different dresses for me, so I did that, and I had like different hairstyles that I want and makeup and things like that. So honestly guys, like for me that was helpful for me to have a book. For some people it doesn't work. Some people like to have everything on a computer. Some people don't really care and they just have it all on their phone, pulled up on a Pinterest board. And I did do that for a while, but for me it was just getting too chaotic, so I needed like a book to print out everything and to have everything in one place. So yes, I think if you let my husband tell it, he'd probably be like, yeah, she was way too organized. But I feel like I was reasonably organized. So yes. Another question I got was, how did I go about picking my color scheme for our wedding? And I'm gonna say I just got a bunch of paint chips from Home Depot, played with some colors, and just work with some colors that spoke to me, colors that I liked. My initial first colors were not the final colors that I went with. I really had to cut down on my colors because I wanted like the yellow and burnt orange, like a burnt red, like a rust color, and like I wanted too many colors. So I really had to cut down on my colors. Once I had finalized my colors, and I will say, for my advice for brides that are like playing around with colors and trying to figure out, go to Home Depot because the paint chips are free. And most of the times you can get fabrics that are close to those colors. So yeah, I would say just go to Home Depot, get some paint chips, play around with colors. I don't know how I came up with that idea. I just thought it was just very easier for me to do that instead of going on the computer playing around with colors and then ordering fabrics and then they're not the right color. So I just thought paint chips were easier because that way I can like figure out what colors would be closest to this color. So yeah, just my advice. Do what you want with it. So yeah, so once I finalized the colors for everyone, I gave colors to my bridesmaids, and then I had ordered swatches from Azazi. I think that's how you say it. This was a website that they also got the dresses from, but I ordered swatches from this website, and then I just sent the color swatches to my bridesmaids so they could know what colors they needed to match to or closest to this color. Since my bridesmaids didn't have the same color, they all had different colors, to me it wasn't a big deal. So yeah, that's how I came about picking my colors. Nothing simple. And the crazy thing about it is I'm not a pink person. Like, I'm not really crazy on pink, but that was pretty much my color scheme for my wedding. And I just feel like it just looked so nice on my girls. Like, these are my girls. It just looked so nice on them, so I just figured, yeah, why not? They were all beautiful in their dresses. Another question, what I got, did me and my fiance write our own vows? And yes, we did. So I got these cool, I wanted to do like vow books so that way we could keep them forever. My plan is to do a box and have all our wedding stuff in there eventually one day. So this is the vow book that I got from Etsy. I'll put the information down below, but it's basically just has our initial, and then it just says, to my husband, 8/8/21, and it says, forever with you sounds perfect. Simple, easy, nothing cliche, and it's literally just like our vows are in here. So I wrote my vows for him in this one, and then he has another one that says, to my wife, 8/8/21, and the same in the back says the same thing for him. So yeah, so we wrote our own vows. We wanted it to be personal, and yeah, it took me a week to write mine. For my husband, I think it took him about, I think he started like 3 months before. He took a while to write his, but his came out really good, as you will see when I show you guys the video. Would I do my wedding the same way all over again if I knew what I know now? And I want to say yes. I think I would change some things. Would I do it the exact same way? No. Would I change some things? Yes. But for the most part, would I do it the same way? Yes. I would definitely have the same team who I had on my wedding day besides the bartender. But my team, my vendors, everyone was great. The venue was great. Everything was perfect on our wedding day besides the hiccup with the bartender that happened. But I would definitely choose my wedding all over again. Like, I have no regrets about my wedding. Like, I loved everything about my wedding. I loved the photography. I love the venue. I love the decor. I love the way that everything was set up for our wedding. Like, I really had no like ill feelings towards our wedding. Like, our guest was great. You know, I loved everything about our wedding. So yeah, the next question that I get was, did we stay traditional or did we stray away from the traditional things that happens at weddings? And the answer is yes. We did stray away a lot. There was a lot of things we did not do at our wedding that is traditionally at weddings, like a bouquet toss, a ring garter toss, like, or the garter toss, like, Honestly, I didn't want to do a bouquet toss, and I did not want my husband to be all up in my dress in front of family and friends on our wedding, because like that just, we're not attention seekers, or like we just don't like attention on us, so I just didn't want that. Another thing we didn't do was like a bridal party announcement. You know how like the bridal party, when they're going into the reception to be announced, we didn't do that. We did it for us, which I really didn't really want to do, really, so to speak. I didn't want to be announced. I just wanted to go into cocktail hour, but it's whatever. So we didn't really do that for our bridal party. We really just wanted our wedding to be casual and just relaxing and partying, and not this like da 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 da. So yeah, so we didn't really do that. So yeah, we didn't really do a lot of traditional stuff. Like we did like the father-daughter dance and the mother and son dance, and then we did our first dance and things like that, and we did like a toast. So we didn't do too traditional, but some things that you would expect at a wedding we didn't really do. So not that anyone missed it anyway. So yeah. Another question I got was who did most of the planning at the wedding, and that would be me. My husband didn't really do too much planning. I gave him like small tasks, like picking out the DJ and getting like small projects done, and also handling like the tips and handling his groomsmen. Other than that, I mostly did everything as far as decor, getting vendors, yeah, and like cakes and donuts and things like that, and handling payments for those. So yeah, he didn't really do too much planning because I'm a control freak. I like to have everything in order. How did COVID affect your wedding? And honestly, guys, it didn't affect it too much. Our guest list is what really took a big hit, and obviously what happened with our bartender. But it didn't really affect it too much since everybody was flying from the east coast to the west coast. We had to cut our guest list down. Because at the time COVID wasn't getting any better and the vaccine wasn't out. But once the vaccine came out, we had an outdoor wedding. We decided to open up our guest list. So it didn't affect it too much. I don't know if that helps, but hopefully it does. So yeah, so that's it with the Q&A questions. Hopefully I help answer all your questions. And yeah, let me know, guys, what you think. And yeah. Anyway, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy the journey. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, guys? Bye.